Hey everyone, this is Brian Herr, and I just wanted to shoot a little video to welcome you to thishumanepic.com. Um, kind of explain a little bit what it's about. You've probably been around the site and have read some things and seen some things, but I just wanted to kind of introduce myself personally. Um, and I kind of wanted to give you a little bit of background on myself and where I come from and who I am. So again, I wanted to shoot this video to just kind of put a more human face and touch on all that's happening here. And I guess the best place to start is from the beginning. Um, this whole epic thing has been birthed out of I guess the last 30 years of my life, really. I've lived quite an adventurous and extraordinary life, I think. And I don't think it's all that different from other people's. I don't think I'm somebody that's like all that special or to be, that's set apart or whatever. But I also know that a lot of people haven't done a lot of the things that I've done and seen a lot of the things that I've seen. And out of this has come this whole paradigm of the epic. We're all on this epic journey in life. Each one of us has some gargantuan meaning to this universe, and I don't know what mine is fully. I don't think we'll ever know here on this earth what our completely what we're here for. But I think we can have a pretty good idea. I think we can come to understand and discover a good part of why we're here, and that's huge, and that's what kind of what this epic is. It's the discovery and the journey to figure out who you are and what your place is, and I really hope that this site helps you to do that. I guess for me, for really as long as I can remember, I've had this just adventurous spirit. I've really wanted to live every day. I've really wanted to explore, to see the world. And it's really over the past 15 years I've really woken up to that. I remember being 8, 9, 10 years old, going camping, going fishing, going riding bikes in the woods and stuff, and that was all cool. And I remember the games you play as kids and the things that you make believe, and that's a great foundation for where I am right now. I just look back real fondly on how I grew up. My parents were always taking us outdoors, taking us to the beach, and I really believe that it was those times that initially awakened this whole adventure and desire to explore the world and to live this epic. But I really believe that it was around 15, 16 years old. I'm 31 right now. It was around 15 or 16 years old that I really started to wake up to the world and to the things around me. It was when I really started to understand that there was so much that I don't know, and it happened on a day-by-day basis. It happened gradually, but day by day I started to really crave and seek knowledge and understanding and adventure. Sometimes I think about what Yoda says: the Jedi craves not these things. And I guess that's probably why I'm not a Jedi, because I just like to live. I know that each day is such a huge gift, and there's so many things from the time we wake up. There's so many little presents and clues and symbols and meanings that we're meant to discover. And you know, the sad part is most of us go through life and we don't even consider that fact. We don't even consider that today holds your destiny. But anyways, so around 15, 16 years old, I really started to wake up to the fact that there was a giant world around me, and I'd been raised in I went to church every Sunday from the time I can remember. And before that, I was at church all the time. And while a good foundation for faith was being laid in me, it was just something I did. Something that made my parents happy, which made me happy. You know, I wanted to make my parents happy. But it wasn't my own. It wasn't something that I took ownership to. I didn't have a faith of my own. I just was living on this relationship and faith that my parents had. You know, and I went to youth group and I made friends and I did all the activities, but I never understood. I just never got it. I would watch them pray. I'd hear them talk to their friends about God, and you know, it was so mysterious. It was so confusing, and so much of my first 15 years was what I believe God putting this foundation in me, but it wasn't like it was activated. It was like almost like a computer program that was like being loaded in the background of my life. It's kind of there, but it's not really functional. And in a lot of ways, this growing up kind of limited my worldview. I kind of I was very naive to the way things worked in the world. And so when I turned 15, 16 years old, I was in right around 10th grade in high school. I met a group of friends that were just great people. Great, they made me laugh. I had a great time with them. But they also introduced me to a world that I never had seen or experienced before. It was a world of drugs, a world of sex, and I got extremely involved in that. By the time I was 17, I was smoking pot like all the time. I was never not high. And in my senior year, in October of my senior year, 1994, I took acid for the first time. And talk about awakening, talk about becoming aware and discovering new things. That's a whole different debate, you know. Does drugs actually help you explore the world? It's a whole different debate, but you don't want to think badly about it because, hey, this is church. I mean, you don't want to mess with that.